What's going on? How you doing? My name is David the Crook, and today I got a video on how to mix UK rap vocals. But before we get into the video, I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button, also drop a like. I have a song here. It is called Honda Civic. The song is by Yxng. I'll link the full song in the description down below so you can check out the full song. And I'm just going to play just the intro and then part of the verse just to get a feel of the song, and then we'll just get straight into it. And this is the mixed version.
No way, Jose.
You gotta let the world know where we are coming from. You gotta spell it to the SALFORD from Salford blocks. Coming from a loose culture, everybody can't hurt my jig, it's got a problem. Help is on the way, boy, I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the Jakes, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase. Cause money would answer most your problems. Change your life, make you go from nothing.
So that's part of the song right there, so let's get into it. I ended up taking off all the plugins just because we'll be starting from scratch. So when it comes to mixing UK rap vocals, one of the first things I like doing is just controlling the dynamics. And one way of doing that is by using a plugin like WA Production Outlaw. This plugin, another one would be like Waves Vocal Writer. So what this is an automation. So what it's going to do is going to like automate the volume. So when he's loud, it'll bring it down. When he's quiet, it'll bring it up, and you'll see with this little purple thing here. So what it's doing is grabbing like 50% of the signal, and in certain parts it brings it up, and certain parts it brings it down. And the reason I do 50% is because it gives it that raw feeling, but as well as that automated computer sound. If you were to put it at 100, it'll just sound a little bit too weird. So that's usually the first thing I do. The next thing I like doing is compressing. And when it comes to like these UK vocals, you want to add a good amount of compression. So we'll be compressing more than we would if we were doing another style of rap. So I'm gonna probably do like a 2.5, maybe 3 of gain reduction. Everybody care, her my chick has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy, I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the Jake, saying you need to get some more. RVox, the cool thing about it is that this plugin brings out the vocals, so then they come out more and they sit on top in the center. And then the next thing I like adding is the SSLE channel strip. And the reason I like this is just for the color that it adds to the vocals. It does everything, so you're able to EQ as well as compress, and then you have analog that adds like noise to the vocals. Everybody care, her my chick has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy, I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the Jake, saying you need to get some money. When it comes to EQing UK vocals, you kind of want to take out most of the low, just because we're going for more of that smooth mids and then high nice end, and then with a bunch of auto tune, some good delay, and then a lot of reverb. And that's pretty much the style that we're going for. I ended up cutting about 145, and then I'm gonna do a 16K boost. Everybody care, her my chick has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy, I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the Jake, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase. Cause money would answer most your problems. Change your life, make you go from nothing. Get up on your grind, keep chasing. Ex-chick like, oh my, he made it. Ooh, woo. Trying to get it. Presidential gam like Obama with it. I got my Yankees, got my Nigers, got my Mali niggas. We got the streets, we got. All I did is boost up that 16K. I ended up boosting around 7K just to bring out more of that crispiness in his vocals. It did bring out some of the S's, but we'll take care of that later. I ended up putting another compressor of ratio of 2, quick release, and then this one I'm being more subtle with the compression. I'm not adding too much compression just because we'll be using another compressor later on. So I just kind of want to be subtle with that one. And then I add another EQ, and this EQ we're going to go more for boosting, for beefing up those vocals, making it feel fuller and bringing out some more of those highs. So I'm gonna boost at around 100 hertz, and this is gonna beef up the vocals. Everybody care, her my jig has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy, I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the Jake, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase. Cause money would answer most your problems. Change your life, make you go from nothing. Get up on your grind, keep chasing. Ex-chick like, boosting out that 12K is adding air to the vocals as well as just making it nice and crisp, because that's what we're going for, and that's just the style of UK rap, and it just sounds dope so far. So the next thing I'm gonna do is add EQ compressor type thing, another plugin by Waves, and that is the F6. And what this does is I'm gonna cut out some of those lows, I'm gonna cut out some of that low mid, and I'm gonna do a little bit more boosting on the high end just to finish off that crispiness on the vocals.
Lose culture, everybody care. My chick has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy. I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the Jake, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase. Cause money would answer most your problems. Change your life, make you go from nothing. Get up on your grind, keep chasing. Ex chick like, oh my, he made it. Ooh, woo. Trying to get it. Presidential guy, I'm like Obama with it. I got my Yankees, got my Nigers, got my Mali niggas. We got the streets, we got the crooks, we got the drama with us. Listen, mom, I'm sorry for all my delirious. Lose culture, everybody care. Her my jig has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy. I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the Jake, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase. Cause money would answer most your problems. Change your life, make you go from nothing. Get up on your grind, keep chasing.
Like I said, I just cut out some of that low. I cut out around 500 hertz just to take out some of that boxiness in the vocals, and then I did another boost on the high end. And then the next thing I'm gonna do from here is add a compressor, and the compressor I'm gonna be using is a stock Logic Pro X compressor, and I'm gonna be using the Studio FET just because this one gives it that studio feel, that enclosed feel to the vocals. So I'm gonna turn the auto gain on off. I'm gonna put the distortion on soft just to add a bit more distortion to the vocals. It's gonna make it sound fuller, bring out more of those highs, and then I'm gonna do a fairly heavy compression.
Lose culture, everybody care. Her my jig has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy. I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the Jake, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase. Cause money would answer most your problems. Change your life, make you go from nothing.
That sounds good there. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is add the last compressor, and that's gonna be the CLA2 compressor by Waves. So with the CLA compressor, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna turn this high frequency probably about halfway, and then I'm gonna just do a subtle, probably about -1, -2 gain reduction. And this is gonna be that last thing on the vocals that just makes the vocals come together, and it just adds a really nice color. It's like one of those classic compressors.
Lose culture, everybody care. Her my jig has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy. I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the Jake, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase.
After this, the last thing we're really going to be doing is we're going to be adding auto-tune. I'm just going to be using the regular stock. So the song is in E major. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to put this on low, and I'm going to put the response at 0 just to give it that T-Pain effect, just because when it comes to those UK vocals, you want as much auto-tune as you could get on the vocals.
Lose culture, everybody care. Her my jig has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy. I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the Jake, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase. Cause money would answer most your problems. Change your life, make you go from nothing. Get up on your grind, keep chasing. Ex chick like, oh my, he made it. Lose culture,
When it comes to the de-esser, what I am going to do is I'm going to be using 2 de-essers, just because I don't know if it's the accent, like the UK accent, that there's a lot of S's and there's a lot of sh and those high frequencies that peak out. I don't know, it could be that, I guess, but I'm just going to be using 2 de-essers just to tame those S's, just because if you don't, they kind of hurt your ears after a while. So I'm going to be doing like a heavy de-essing, I guess is what you call it.
Lose culture, everybody care. Her my jig has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy. I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the Jake, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase. Cause money would answer most your problems. Change your life, make you go from nothing. Get up on your grind, keep chasing. Ex chick like, oh my, he made it. Ooh, woo. Trying to get it. Presidential guy, I'm like Obama with it. I got my Yankees, got my Nigers, got my Mali.
With this de-esser, the cool thing about it is that not only does it take out S's, but it also takes out other frequencies and like other syllables that hurt your ear. And some of those frequencies are like these. So if you were to put it on monitor, so all those frequencies like hurt your ears, so it's best just to take them out, and sibilance is perfect for that. And the last thing I'm gonna do of adding plugins is I'm just gonna widen up the vocals a bit more, and I'm just gonna use the S1 imager, and what that's gonna do is just gonna spread out the vocals a bit more. I'm just gonna put it like around 115. It's not noticeable. Everything else that I'm gonna add to the vocals, so I'm gonna bust the preamp, the delay, and the reverb, and that's pretty much the last things we're going to be working with. And the preamp I've used is Little Radiator by Soundtoys. Now if you don't have this, you could use a plugin like Soft Tube Saturation Knob. This plugin will sound dope on vocals, or you could use any other like distortion or saturation, anything like that. So all I'm gonna do is put the heat all the way up, and I'm just gonna slowly bust it into the preamp, and it's just gonna make the vocals come together more.
Lose culture, everybody care, heard my jig has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy, I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the jig, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase, cause money would answer most jobs.
So it also makes the vocals louder, so that's nice. And then I'm gonna add a delay, and then I just added a sidechain of our compressor. I ended up doing a very quick attack, and then a fast, little slower attack, release, and I put 2.5, and then I just bring the threshold down a bit.
Lose culture, everybody care, heard my jig has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy, I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the jig, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase.
Delay is very subtle. I'm just barely putting in enough just so it could carry the song in the background, but when the dubs come in and stuff, all that delay gets lost, but it just adds to the song. And if you don't have it, it feels like something's missing. It's one of those weird things that you just add to your vocals. I ended up adding Space Designer to stock Logic Pro X plugin, and I ended up using Feinholz 4.5. It's like one of my go-to reverbs just because it's very wide, it's very open, it's what you're looking for. I ended up cutting out some of those lows, a bit of that high, and then I ended up adding MV2, and I brought out some of that high, some of that low. And what this plugin does, it just brings out more of that environment, that space that the reverb is in.
Lose culture, everybody care, heard my jig has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy, I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the jig, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase, cause money.
And then the second reverb I added is Little Plate by Soundtoys. I have it at 4 decay time, just because when it comes to these UK rappers, they really want these big wide open spaces, and then a lot of auto tune, a good amount of highs on their vocals. And I ended up doing the same thing. I cut some of that low, and I didn't cut any of the high. I brought out some more of that room of that Little Plate with the MV2, and I did a sidechain on it just because with this reverb there's a bigger decay time that when he's rapping, I don't want the reverb to start clashing and mudding up the mix. So I ended up doing just like a fairly quick sidechain to the vocals, so when he's rapping, the reverb is getting compressed, and then when there's more of those pauses, more of that singing, the reverb comes out more.
Lose culture, everybody care, heard my jig has got a problem. Help is on the way, boy, I know you chill with goblins. Looking from the jig, saying you need to get some money, but you gotta chase, cause money would answer most.
That's pretty much it. That's how you mix UK vocals. All you really want to do is just mix the vocals as well as you want, and then just add a good amount of highs, add full auto tune, add a good delay, and then a nice big reverb, and just drown the vocals in it. And like I said, this song will be down below in the description, so you can check out the full song. I really like how the song came out, so check out the full song. There's also like a music video, movie type thing that goes along with the song. I'll link that down below in the description. And I want to remind you to subscribe and hit the like button. Now if you want your song mixed and mastered by me, feel free to hit me up on my website or on my Instagram. Everything will be down below in the description, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.